in order to get to the part where I needed errands, my husband, my family, my all of us, we suffered stage 4 cancer. Um, and it hit me right when COVID hit. So you got COVID, and then you got stage 4 cancer, and we had to move. We had to leave our washer and dryer behind, and everything cost like cancer is expensive. Dying is expensive. So we had to leave it behind at the new house. I've had some relations with Aaron's before, and they are good guys. I've never had a bad experience with them until now. Um, I had called because several years ago I was made aware of a program where errands and running centers like that, they will take damaged or mixed matched or older sets. And I have a brain injury. I'm sorry. Sometimes you'll find me searching for words that they need to write off, end of year write off, okay, for a tax break. So, and I knew that they did that. So I called and I reached the manager, Tony, which was really nice the whole time. And he wasn't made aware of it, but he said he only just then became the manager roughly 3 months ago, something like that. But this has been a while now. So he was ecstatic about it. He wanted to use the program himself. So and like I said, it's not a brand new set. It's not even. It's broken sets, damaged sets, anything that the company is going to throw away anyway. You see, so he couldn't do it himself, which is understandable. He needed what he said was his manager's approval, district manager. So I was like, oh, that's fine. That's fine. And of course, it's I understand being busy. They're a rent center. They got plenty of customers. So I know they're busy. I didn't expect to hear back for a while. When I didn't, I called Tony back. And he told me to do so. He told me give him a call back after a while if I don't hear from him, so that he can fill me on what's going on now. So I called, and he said that his manager had not gotten back to him, but to just give him a couple more weeks and give him another call, and he would give me an update. He even put my name and number on a sticky note and put it on his computer face, so that anybody that would see my name calling in would know, hey, this is the lady asking for this. Let's get Tony, which I thought was wonderful. With my brain injury, they need to know more than I do. I must have called in maybe a total of 6 times. But each time Tony had, and it started to get, when I would call in, it started to get to where the people would, oh, you're Jennifer Snodderly. Oh, well, he's busy, or he just went to lunch, or he was avoiding me now. Tony was, and there's a Tony in store and there's a Tony manager in store. All I know him is Tony manager. After the second phone call, when I could, where they were being kind of irritated, I guess, they just kept telling me to call back. And I'm desperate. I am desperate. I am still going to cancer treatments, but I'm finding myself canceling them more often than not because I don't have the money for gas. It's really sad to say. I should be on disability. Everybody's going to say, oh, well, you should have enough funds to do all this. Well, that's just not always the case. It's not always the case. I should be on disability. I got approved, but for this reason or that reason, I don't qualify. So there is no monetary benefit from my side of the relationship. I'm not contributing anything financially in my marriage. So it's only a one income household. And to go out and buy or rent in this manner, because after everything was said and done, they did offer to let me go ahead and rent a set, but I can't afford gas to treatment. How can I afford gas, money for a washer and dryer? I can't make it. I just can't do it. I can't. Anyway, so when I finally got, Tony came back to me finally after about 6 phone call. And this was well after the beginning of this year. So the write-off had already happened if they did it. And I knew there was no way they were going to give me help now. He said that he did get in touch with manager and that they had no idea what I was talking about. However, I contacted Aaron's corporate, and because Tony was saying that Aaron's is not affiliated with Aaron's corporate at all. Like they're an individual company, which is confusing to me with the brain injury. So I didn't even go there. I was like, okay. But the thing is, I wanted explanation from someone as to why I was led on for so long. Yeah, we'll help you. No problem. I just need approval from my manager. I give it to you right now, but I need approval from my manager. It took a while for somebody to call me back. Not Tony, of course. But I got information that Tony had made it seem like I was harassing the store. And I would have never called back the second time if he would have never told me to. I would have looked elsewhere for help if he would have let me know that there wasn't any kind of chance of Aaron's helping me. And like I said, I've spoken with them years ago about the same damn project, and it was fine then. I mean, I know people that have done it, so it's a wonderful program. It really does help a lot of people. And Tony had went to whoever he spoke with. This lady keeps calling me. She's harassing me. It made me. I'm already going through a lot with stage 4 cancer that I beat, by the way, but it's back, so it's not that long of a victory. So, and then being the COVID, and I got all the denial and acceptance, and from everything from disability. Everybody in the free world turned their back on me for. Lord knows what, but to have my character put into question, that I was harassing them and being irate about not being able to talk to Tony. That I guess people, I never once. I just wanted to be treated fairly. He had an extremely long time to come back and tell me, you know what, Mrs. Snodderly, that's just not a program that our company does currently, maybe in the future. Okay, Tony, well, thanks for checking out for me, buddy. That's all it would have come to it. After I emailed Aaron's to try to get some kind of answer back as to what was going on. I just never got one. There's so much going on right now. Everything compiles to where what Aaron's is doing right now is like a kick in the teeth, because I got such poor care during my cancer. I was lied to get operated on. I was neglected to give a medication that would make the cancer stay away. I was discriminated against with my traumatic brain injury because nobody could be there to help me during COVID. I was irritated by the accusation that was being made against me with the harassing, and I was being pushy. And when corporate, that wasn't part of corporate, his district manager, I should say. Yeah, I did speak with him. Not over the phone. It was an email, I think. You have to give me a second. My brain injury. I have to catch up to myself. Oh, and the way that he was talking to me, and I had never talked to this man before. It must have been a conversation. My brain injury. I remember a conversation. Anyway, he had such snarkiness to the tone of his voice. And I understand he's taking the word of his employee that somebody is harassing them and blah, blah. I understand that, but I'm the customer. and he didn't give me a chance to explain myself at all. Just that, that's just not something that they're capable of, and that was the end of it. That was the end of it. And I never even thought about it until, when life kind of kicks you down a hole, then I'm down there. I'm down in that hole. When life kicks you down in that hole, every time you try to grasp at those vines to get out and you reach the top, like I told you before, all the hits on my character, violations on my character were like kicking teeth, and they would kick me right back down to the, and it wasn't very easy to go through at this time in my life with everything going on. It's just, and I'm trying my hardest to stand up for myself right now, because nobody else will. With the whole I'm a veteran, and the whole cancer stuff, that while they didn't do the damage, a lot of damage was done. So I'm trying to fight all the inappropriates that have happened to me, the inhumane acts. So and nobody's listening to me. Like, I don't matter. Like, everything, what has happened to me shouldn't have happened to anybody. And it's even this little thing by Aaron's. If you think about the whole big picture, believe me, I'm dying. The whole big picture of this little Aaron thing, it's insignificant. But those little insignificance pile up, and those little wrongs, they pile up. And if somebody does not stand up and say that's wrong, nobody will. And it's coming to a point where everybody is so soft, and they don't take up for themselves or each other, that the world is changing. The world is changing, and the humanity that was there isn't there anymore. What would I like? What would I like? I want an apology from Tony. I want an apology from Tony. There was no reason to do all this negative crap to me. A simple backbone, and tell me straight from the beginning, we can't help you. A backbone would be nice. Because as you can see, I am a very blunt person. I am very honest, and honesty. And my little girl says communication is key in everything. If you are not 100% honest, that person doesn't know that you're thinking this. And so you don't get what your end result that you were wanting. I guess that's why I'm so honest. I try to get the end result. It just doesn't happen. I want, I know that I'll never get an apology from Tony, but you know what? My family is still struggling without a washer and dryer. My little girl, I'm still going without treatments because I can't afford the gas. So if I can't afford the gas, what makes everybody think I can afford a big, huge payment every week or every month on top of the bills that I can't afford and the rent that I can't afford? And I want a workable washer and dryer set. I want the promise that was kept to me kept. I want to be treated like a person and not a burden. I want to matter. Nobody should have to do this. I mean, you don't humiliate. Well, I guess if you're going to humiliate anybody, it may as well be a stranger, because you're never going to see them again, right? Their opinion doesn't matter. But it's wrong. It's still wrong.